Now we're having a proper conversation. What did you just say, Matt?
I just said I want our ship's strength. If I got our ship's strength, I would go full melee. Because our ship has a strength of 69.
Ooh. Nice.
Melee.
How am I the most mature one out of this group?
That's why we brought you on, to keep us level.
You're our anchor, Aiden.
Yeah, Ryan, I need you to change your background.
I blame the 80s.
Speaking of strength, a couple of nods to Dark Science Podcast. They were talking about a race where these guys just get stronger as they get older. Older and older and older, stronger and stronger and stronger. So you see one of these guys totally ripped walking down the street and they're like, he's going to die. But as they age, they actually naturally just get like crazy stronger. And it's like, there you go, Matt. Your next character. God forbid
They go
something
Master
happens.
Roshi.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wouldn't that be funny if that was Merrick and he's actually just this close to keeling over and dying?
We had a comment once. Somebody was giving Ryan shit for his build because the character's drawn huge, and then we kind of released a little bit of a stat block. That reminds me, we need to get stat blocks for you guys up on Discord. Something we'll need to look into is, and I don't mean like the character sheet, I mean like there's got to be a way just to convert you into like, you know, the Mook stack block and blah 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 blah. Put them up there.
You could take a screenshot of your character sheet and just put it up as an image.
Well, we could.
Yeah, I've done that. And I'm happy to do that again if you guys want, because I was starting to do that on Discord.
Yeah. You were the.
I'll dox your character and I'll do it again.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. How cool is it that Sam and Steve from the Dark Times podcast got their hands on Rodney Thomas, the lead designer of the Saga system book? That was a really good interview. I just listened to it today.
Sweet.
Pretty good.
I was listening to a bit of it today while I was doing some reno work. I should show you guys a video. I was demoing a little bunkie at my parents' place, pulling the ceiling down, and carpenter ant nests, and it's like
no
scene from a horror movie.
You're really quiet all of a sudden there, Matt.
Really?
It was traumatic. That's why.
He's so worried. Carpenter ants in the night.
The carpenter ants were scary.
Were they John Carpenter ants?
John Carpenter ants.
Nice. Scary like Aiden doesn't like spider kind of scary? Should I drop you guys on a planet and have you do survival checks and just...
It's actually an ant colony.
Yeah, there you go. That's my GMing advice, which I never actually like to give out, but I'll do this once. You don't know what to do with a creature and you're playing Star Wars and they're on a mud ball, just make regular earth crap huge. It's an ant.
Give it an extra limb.
So yeah, slap a oh no,
make it blue.
I freaked out players once, like at this big ant, but it has a third feeler, and that's all I said. I was trying to make it look alien. They were completely freaked out and full retreat because they convinced this ant the size of a wolf had telepathy and could read their minds and all their wants and needs, and they just bailed.
Matt, Jeff, you just gave Wizard of the Coast like entire shtick out. Because what do you think a Displacer Beast is?
Yeah, really. Well, actually, that's a badass
it's a panther,
creature.
but it's got 2 more legs and tentacles. Ooh!
But it's over there. No, it's over there. No, there.
And Aberrations Mission said, "Fuck it, we don't want to use the rules of nature anymore. I wanted to have 10 eyes and no mouth and 10 butts."
10 butts. The beast of 10 butts. Oh my god, it's horrifying.
Right. That's right. There you go. This is for Ryan. And we're talking about next characters. Remember you guys were talking about being so afraid of the Victory class Star Destroyer in the last episode that the sphincter in Ryan's armor, Merrick's armor, apparated.
The aperture.
Aperture.
So now Ryan's gonna play a character of an alien that's got 10 butts. It's like that guy with all the hands from Far Space.
This is what's been building up towards all these years.
Yeah, I know, but if we could just like turn to Ryan's new guy and go, "How many sphincter?" And he's like, "I got 7 out of 10. We better run."
How about this for a racial concept? A creature that doesn't stop growing appendages. So in order to get by and not turn into a ball of appendages, they're constantly just throwing themselves into like blenders and stuff.
Just I'm support for the Jedi lightsaber battle. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome.
George Lucas's wet dream alien. 9 million arms.
I have the high ground. I don't care.
Thank you.
Just a tumbling of it. Just starts raining hands and fingers. Oh, God. That's right.
Yeah, brain in hands.
It's a tactic.
See that person fight General Grievous.
No, and then he started playing like the romantic, the tainted love.
It's just stops. He busts out all his lightsabers. Other dude busts out all his lightsabers.
Which even actually, there's so many hands that actually like clips a couple arms and a few lightsabers fall to that thing.
Cuts like
Seriously,
five
he does the Wolverine line. The girl says, "Does it hurt when they come out?" Snip, snip, snip. Every time. Every time. Well, gentlemen, we are live. We have only 6 minutes of intro. I think we keep going while we're waiting for Jay out of Japan going up. But a couple of things we could cover, perhaps, without him. Now, we promised we would not give Skill Alida's stat block and level information until we had like a little bit of a montage, a little bit of a, some this and some that going on. And you guys are currently wanting to leave Bothan Space. He's so proud of himself. I made it. Oh, speaking of milestones, it's my understanding that Book 5 is rarely done. I mean, Dark Times just admit about like their home game. They tapped
this is
out when
about the time every party's like, I am sick of that Bail Organa bullshit. Let's go explore the galaxy.
This is the opening crawl, and it names them as the Alderaanian, like Defense Force. I got this bad vibe about like, having Alderaan as my home, and that's a label, and I don't want to get, I just feel really bad that something bad's gonna happen. I got a bad feeling about being labeled anything Alderaanian.
Years, right? Something like that.
I don't know. Hey, the pension kicks in 20. What could possibly go wrong in 19 years?
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm never going to drop that joke, ladies and gentlemen. Not ever.
It's the deadest horse in the galaxy.
Yep, watch me beat it with all my many appendages. So, Slappy, as we're going to call this NPC, I'm curious, what is your actual favorite Star Wars race? Like, you guys built a character because we said we're going to do Dawn of Defiance, and it kind of puts you in a mindset of a setting, what you need, what you want to play for that, whatever. But if you were just like, maybe not even on the mic, like just us around the table, funsy game, and you brought your favorite class, your favorite build, your favorite race,
that's a tough one.
And Swissy, you got any inclinations? Anybody?
Mariluka.
Yes.
Yeah, Mariluka's a pretty bad ass.
Solid choice.
Mariluka Jedi, 1000%. That would be the race class combo that I would play.
I actually played one. It was one of my characters back when we were playing D20 Star Wars. I had a Mariluka Jedi. Yep. And this is when my Doug, funny enough, was the GM. Not you, but, not a Doug. We are way up this tower on Coruscant. And, they always had that give and take, that something great happens, something really bad happens. So we're supposed to meet the Chancellor, the guy that was there for like 5 minutes before he got ousted in Phantom Menace, right? Chancellor, forget his name. No confidence.
Chancellor Valoran?
There you go, Valoran, right? We're going to meet Valoran.
Stamp.
Right. So we're looking at the CN Tower Toronto kind of deal, and we're like, we're not going to take the elevator, so we rigged the repulsor lift to just take us straight up because it's Coruscant and cars fly at many levels, right? So we're hanging outside the window, right? And we're like, okay, we'll jump on the elevator and pop open the doors and all this stuff, right? So we get in the elevator by faking it, being impatient, and the doors open, and there's Valoran sending off fucking Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, right? So I totally meta. Like, this back in the day, I was like, I don't know, younger, right? I totally meta. I just ran up to Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and like glad-handed them. Big fan, like it's like fucking, totally glad-handed, like meta, broke the fourth wall, Kenobi and so, and then told them they could leave now because I had an appointment next. And to get me back, right? We did all this stuff, and they're like, oh, someone needs to wait with the car, and all this bunch of boring stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll do it, because I could go out there and sense with the Force and, sense anything wrong happening. So I'm sitting in the car, and this is getting back to my being the worst pilot ever. I'm in the driver's seat, and something happens, and I sense something, and there's like a sniper on the ridge, and I'm like, I pull my lightsaber, and Doug was mean. He's like, you didn't say you got up. He's like, no, I just pull it. He's like, all right, you turn it on, and it just kind of beamed out through the door into the repulsor engine, and then all of a sudden, my car starts listing, hits the wall, and my saber like tags Valeran's tower. We're like 60 feet. Right.
Oh, that's gonna buff out. That'll buff right out.
I was horrified because my character was all about it was like I should have played a noble, but I was playing a Jedi. It was all about self-image and everything, right? So, yeah, after scoring this tower, getting on a chase, and us accidentally, I meant me piloting, terrible rolls. We blew through some alien minivan of a family, and people and alien children are falling to Coruscant ground floor. They'll be fine. We're looking down, right? Anyway, many sessions later, we're just hanging out at a bar waiting for information, and bounty hunters surround us, completely surround the bar. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, you remember that family you wiped out? No. The one in the car accident? Apparently they were an important family, and the relatives hired bounty hunters that took 6 months to catch up with us, and we're pinned down in the bar. Anyway, it's okay, I said, and I killed the lights because I'm a Mariluka, and I blinded them and the entire party. That battle did not go well, and that's my Mariluka story.
In my mind, that played out completely different.
Well, this is a family show, Messina. Anyway, sorry to jump on Messina's race, but when he said Mariluka, I was just crossing a field towards Ryan. So anyway, anyone else?
No, that's right, Jeff. We'll inspire another tangent. Don't worry.
That's good.
You always do.
We should discuss the Mensria.
The ship? Oh, you guys are bailing on the whole alien thing? No one's got a favorite Star Wars alien? Anything you've seen?
Even if you don't know Mariluka. No, it's tough. I've got favorite aliens because they look cool. I think they're called the Transdoshans. Is that the ones with the big cobra head?
Yeah, the big lizard guys. Yeah.
Transdoshan,
I like them.
Transdoshan is Boss, the lizard guy.
Yeah.
You mean the Ithorians?
Yes, the Ithorians. Those two.
Yes.
I think looks wise, they're
were all over
coolest.
KOTOR. Everywhere on KOTOR, there were Ithorians.
Yeah, they were like,
Iskita. Or the mayor, the mayor in Boba Fett.
Favorite alien from the series? I mean, you got to go with the Wookiee. You can't go doesn't love Chewie. It's just I like them all, Jeff.
If I was ever gonna let anyone play a shaggy looking Wookiee, it would be you, Wit. Just because he's got the hair and he pull it off.
I can't do the sound effect though. Not like Ryan.
No, I know, but it's like if I give the Wookiee to Aiden with the blonde hair, all you guys would see like a Wookiee with a surfboard, and I'm not going there. So, what about you, Aiden? Oh, he can do the noise. Okay, well, that's
it. You're sold.
I'm sold. My mind is so easily changed.
Suit, kid.
Get in your Wookiee suit, kid.
Dude.
Imagine that. Now, see that would be a really good little commercial for Roll20. Play on Roll20, or play on Zoom. It's the round table D20 of the future, and they're playing Star Wars, and a guy comes from from away from the camera, sits down full Wookiee suit, and just goes, "What?" Way to commit, buddy. No, seriously, Aiden, what about you for race?
Honestly, it's easier to ask me which ones I don't like. Because
well, give us a handful.
Well, I mean,
don't be racist, Aiden.
They're all worthy. They all deserve our love. But pick one to be the master race. No,
the Sarians and the Keldor, I really like. So Sarians are obviously guy I've been playing the past 5-6 years.
And you made it work. There you go. Okay, what's the Keldor?
Keldor is the guy with the gas mask and the black eye goggles.
The pilot Jedi, the Jedi that was a great fighter pilot.
Plo Koon.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's Plo Koon.
Wait a minute. Did they take like an explosive noid, play it backwards because you know he was going to die?
Kaboom.
That's the ship noid. Sorry.
Okay.
So obviously you picked well because Plo Koon, you would have died as a.
Yeah. The other one I like is the Chistori, which is like the dinosaur-looking guy from the Star Wars Jedi Academy Jedi Outcast game. God, I can't remember his name either. But yeah, I mean Ewoks and Wookiees as well, Twi'leks. I mean they're all great. That's the thing, is they all have their own uniqueness. I freaking love them all.
Kind of surprised Matt didn't say Jawa. I used to be in love with him. What about you, Doug?
I really like the Chadrafan. They're the bat race.
Oh,
the Chadrafan.
Now Matt did play one of those in our Unknown Regions campaign.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really cool race, like mechanically.
They all look like little bats.
Yeah.
Batman, like, literally.
Kind of cool as well. They're one of the other off-fish people besides the Mon Calamari and the Quarren. They're from the first KOTOR game.
Who are the fish guys with the dreads? The one that grins and he's in the arena in Clone Wars and he shoves somebody and he's like grins at the camera like, look what I did, I'm a Jedi.
I can't remember his name. Shoot, he wasn't any of those races. He was like the fourth aquatic race.
The one we don't talk about. Okay.
Nautolan.
Nautolan. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty sick.
NAU?
Yes, Nautolan.
Sam?
Nautolan.
Favorite Star Wars race you could play if you weren't currently playing? Did we reveal your race?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm leaning towards something that lives in Bothan Space or is passing through on vacation. But outside of that, got Star Wars races from movies or like, if you were a chance to like, here, play this race, you play anything around table.
I do like Twi'leks.
With the headtails, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, who's the mom character from Rebels? She was the pilot, and she was like mom for everybody. She was really cool. Always wore the jumpsuit.
Oh gosh.
Oh, she was.
Always mother heading the group, but she was in charge too.
She was
had
a Twi'lek. Yeah.
But it was a really cool character because you're like, usually Twi'leks, they always. Like, can I polish your helmet and fill it with money while I'm half naked? Like, come on, man. There's more than dancing. Hera, thank you.
Hera Syndulla.
Hera, right? And then all of a sudden they go back to her planet and they all pick up French accents. They don't speak French. They just picked up French accents to imply that they were speaking Rhodian. I loved it.
And if you've played the Star Wars MMO, what's it called? Galaxies, maybe?
Oh,
Anyways.
yeah. Star Wars Galaxies.
There's like this scenario where you're dealing with like a Twi'lek refugee camp and they all have the French accents so that they totally play into the French resistance kind of like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I do love that they I do love that they kind of play into that. It was really good with the French accent. I was just like, at first I was like, oh, this is kind of lame. They just gave him French accents. And then as you get into the story for it, it's just like, okay, I feel you now. I see where you're going here. Very nice.
No, I thought it was good. She's arguing with her dad, who was like running the resistance, and it was like one of those, but father, I love him. Like, Hera was like a very strong character, but to take her home from her parents, and just like in the rest of us, you become a completely different person. You'll always be their child. And I thought the way the voice actress did the tone and a little bit of vulnerability and was whining at daddy, but I love a human. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, I don't want to go be a part of the resistance no more. I am the resistance, I mean, she's out there contacting people that were sticking to the Empire while dad's just trying to save the little, village on his home world. I mean, yeah, saving home is good, but anyway. So that inspired me to give Master, I want to say Thrawn, but that's not his name. Better look up the guy that's hanging out with you. My own bad attempt at a French accent.
Gildervarth?
No.
The guy we saved from the force cage that was being tortured.
Oh, right.
So many Padawans dead on my conscience. That guy.
I know, that makes me nervous that we're taking him along with us. I'm like, oh man, that is
PTSD Jedi. Yeah, great idea. Let's bring him.
Hey man. Oh hey, didn't we already do the bit where he started projecting onto Poser, calling him by the other name?
Absolutely. I think I just went with it at that point. I was like, you know what? This is a lot.
And then we have the body swap with him and Rahal.
Oh, that was so good.
I wasn't gonna let it stand, but
that was great.
I wasn't gonna let it stand, but Matt's reaction was so good. While the player was screaming, hell no, he stayed in character as Rahal went, no, that's not happening. Shake my fist at the gods. That's okay. Master Depressed was also like, you can't pull off my head tails, give me back my... There we go. Villain Thorla. There we go. I was close. Thorla. And, yeah, crits. And Devon, and all the other rest of the little people that, you know, are dead and I have survivor's guilt. So, that being said, there's got to be something without, you know, while we're advancing the game and talking about the game. Oh, do you guys, like, name the ship, which is now called...
The Mensreya.
And that is Latin, not for a woman's 28th cycle... Apparently, no. It or some kind of, you know, disease where you can't going to the bathroom. Yeah.
No, it is Latin. The direct translation is guilty mind, but it's used in like courts of law to basically to as an indicator for criminal intent. I thought it was pretty appropriate for us.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Oberus, would you tell the court where you were on the night of galactic date blah blah blah? And you're like, Mensreya? Well, we're very sorry. We have a doctor that could see. Like every time I hear it, my mind just goes there. Are you gonna pinstripe?
I don't know about any of his nights.
Are we gonna trade the red Blood Brother paint for like pinstripes?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Nice.
What does it cost to paint a ship? Let's find out that first.
Why doesn't anyone ever paint a ship to look like a Starfield? You know.
We were gonna field it with droids, but he spent all the money on paint.
Yes, we have like painted cardboard cutouts of droids manning their stations. All these lights are blinking.
I wonder if there's any like some sort of like stealth paint you can slap on a starship to make it.
Yeah, black with little white dots. Think about it. Looks like a Starfield.
I hear you.
You're in the store, you turn around, Poser's 3 full like shopping carts of just spray paint. Just
Oh yeah, let him tag it, right? Nothing like pulling your ship up into like some kind of panoramic view where it rolls over and he's got the big finger painted on the back for you guys to like flash a Star Destroyer or something, you know.
All right, so this is a colossal frigate, right?
Yeah.
This big badass ship. So I was doing some reading on this ship and they're kind of cool. You can buy pods that like attach to it. And they double as escape pods, but they're like environmentally based specifically for races because they're meant to be used as diplomatic ships. So you can have like the aqua pod for the Mon Calamari. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, cool. You can be your own different biomes.
Exactly. And it's just like, you know, this is the ship that we all gather on. So everybody needs quarters that suit their needs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting ship. We're going to have to put some money into it, but I spent a lot already on droids.
That's like I lost all my money in cattle. I don't know what happened, but I hear their teeth fell out. It would be like, yeah, spend it all on women and droids, right? Because of your ex-wives.
You think they would have rules about cosmetics, but I guess that's up to you to figure out, Jeff.
What? More jamming work? Oh, yes. I crave it.
Oh, no, that's it.
I crave it. What?
Sorry, I thought I was looking at a talent, but I realized it's homebrewed.
All right.
But it's still interesting.
It's time to start the music.
And
Hello,
we
everyone.
won the
What? Empire just surrenders to you?
we won the Star War, right?
No, Star Wars plural. It's a star.
My next weapon will be a Victory class Star Destroyer. I will wield with 2 hands.
Obviously, victory's implied, so we must win. You were talking about a modular design for the consular class, which I can show you here. Ta-da!
Neat.
So
break-
cool.
So breaking off. Now, I'm assuming that's like 2 back-to-back, because that looks like 4 engines in there. Isn't it? Like, I'm wondering if that second piece also breaks off like more, like another pod.
Yeah, they're modular, and
Like
it
2
says
of them.
well, if you look at on the bottom, those little nipples, I think that's where you attach other ones. Like, I think there's multiple ones that you can attach. In the description, anyways, it says because they're used for like diplomatic missions, and so you'd have multiple envoys from different, each have their own little pod, which double as escape pods, as well as have like encrypted communications and all sorts. It was neat description.
So what's that race that needed the breath mask that Joe was playing? What were you playing, Joe? I know he's here lurking. Joe! Yeah. He's playing the little blood guy.
And
The Gand, right? And they breathe like a methane mixture, right? So they need their breath mask. So you've got them aboard a consular ship, and someone's like, "Oh, we don't want the negotiations. Gas them." What? I spent how much on this, political deterrent? Like, this is my trap. We have all these gas chambers set up, and what? So that Plo Koon and the Gand survive. Damn it. There's a lot of breath masks going on, like the last adventure, and possibly forward, like certain radiation, maybe some debris, type of things. Don't forget your breath mask. That's all I can say about that. Hello, Dr. Leth.
Hello.
Are you feeling modular?
Modular?
We were just discussing some of the interesting additions to the new consular ship, that the fat part under the nose breaks off as a giant escape pod, but it's also a diplomatic envoy room where you can swap out for a water one, a gas one, a red one, no reason. One with poles in it like a party bus. Whatever your entertaining needs need. We're gonna be the. So Matt's got this warehouse full of these pods. Right. Just where'd all the money go? We only got 2 droids. Oh, I wanted to be prepared in case,
Look, any
There's
room you
one
walk
that's-
into,
oh,
you
that's
press
what
this
I'm
button,
looking for.
disco ball.
There's one that's covered in nothing but crushed velvet. It's like all the
All right.
furniture.
all right.
Every room bed spins.
So we're gonna need to buy a cloaking device.
Oh my god. So pan out, right? And it's like Rahal's getting on and the whole module just starts rotating. He's doing the 0G hump again, guys. Damn it. We're not gonna see the captain in a while.
I
Sorry.
can see a mirror ball version.
Mirror ball version. That's got to be a record at 29 minutes. Hello, welcome to another extended edition of the We Shot First podcast. We are so excited and beefed to be here in season 5, book 5, the first to strike. And rumor has it that around a gaming table, a lot of people bail, as I was saying, by book 2. Personally, I enjoyed Darga, and you guys like kowtowing to him. It made you really think execute this guy. Well, we could, but check out my atrium full of birds. They're very large birds, and they're trying to kill us. And, oh, hey, you, and you, go be gladiators. You, and you, get on those swoop bikes. Go do Fast and Furious. I thought it was, for what it was, a pretty well-written, Imagine
I'm
if we
digging
got...
the adventure so far.
Yeah, imagine we got bored at, second season. There'd be no gambling. There'd be no Corey. There'd be...
We
no
would have missed,
tempo.
a really cool dungeon crawl.
Oh, yeah. I gotta say, I wouldn't say it's my favorite book out of the 4, but it, I love the fact that Jedi Temple and they turn into a dungeon crawl complete with undead and a dragon.
Yep.
No, it was awesome.
It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was action-packed. Learned so much about my character.
Almost lost mine. And I lost that lightsaber I worked so hard for.
Well, not multiple times. Remember this multiple times. We learned lessons.
That's fair.
Always trying to engage and appreciate our listeners and fans. There was a couple of new comments on the Star Wars episodes around the wonderful world of stuff and such. Oh, damn it. We're podcasting this as Outlaws of Valkenstar Book 1. Well,
We
it's
are not Outlaws of Valkenstar.
We are not. Whoops, it's more Star Wars. Oh, well. I'm doing that Monday.
Oops,
So.
all Star Wars.
All Star Wars, all the time. Whoopsie. That's okay. Lots of people come by going, wait a minute. Galactic? We're Galactic Rangers. No? Think they'll buy that? The opening Rob the Bank is a really good something I should put Star Wars characters in. So anyway, talking about fans, and it was either Andy Jenkins, shout out to that listener who likes to comment on YouTube, thank you so much, and a new gentleman, lady, person, sent you guys a thing, was talking about how it played out differently than you'd expect. You would expect the Jedi to get the holocron and save the day in the Jedi Temple and go kick Valen's ass, supported by the characters. With us, such was not the case. I just rinsed and repeat until I finally got Aiden on his knees, and then I was happy with the ending. Okay, then we'll go with that one. Good old DM trick. Groundhog the day the shit out of it until you're happy that, everyone's got to shoot the bad guy in the front of the head. No. I'd explain why I did that. But it was nice, and we appreciate comments, emails. Email us at rollmongers@gmail.com. What you like about the show, you don't like about the show. Tell us your stories. Even a comment, oh, in our game, this happened, and it's relevant to the episode because we watched it or played it and, how ours turned out. There was a comment recently about Arthur in space. Remember when you guys loaded him up in a Z95 for lack of crew? Yes, no? In Season 3, you guys we're doing the big space battles, and it's all kinds of fighter pilot stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? And shamefully, I don't remember exactly, but we did Arthur doing a parody of C-3PO in the movie, Die, Human, Die! And, that kind of thing. And commenting that the X-Wing is a complete separate design derived from the Z95, but built, like the A-Wing, and the B-Wing by defecting engineers that wanted to help the rebellion. I didn't know that. Oh. I know the B-Wing was built by the rebellion, for the rebellion, of the rebellion, but playing the Star Wars video games, my favorite ship to jump in was actually the A-Wing. It's short, fast, maneuvers really insanely well, and yeah,
I like that or the Y-Wing. I love dropping bombs on stuff. I always play bombers in
Yeah, I gotta admit the Y-Wing's a close second, and it's always good to be in the tank, right? The Y-Wing could take some damage, right? Was no shenanigans. It would be like rumble, just a minute, rumble. Like you're getting shot to hell, right? Rumble. Yeah, I'm almost at the bombing target. Rumble. Oh, there it is. Ba-boom, and you win. Da, 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 da. And there's no need to take care of the guys behind you because you got the objective, right? You play anything else, you do a strafing run, right? It's like, I'll get them lined up, and kaboom, the guy got behind you, and you died. It's like, oh, should have took the Y-Wing.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that all the chicks are in the roost, you guys are in Bothan Space, leaving Bothan Space. Does Spectre want to say goodbye to her family? You guys had a little interview, a little audition? Or was the Deadpool thing just a joke? No?
Hmm?
I'm sorry, am I talking too fast? Usually, guys, you can keep up. Where are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I would say
That's
we
okay.
are probably
Well, we were-
heading back to the resurgence from Bothan Space.
Okay. So, pulling up the map of... Do I have a map of the... I should, yeah, here we go. Pulling up the map of the Mensa.
Actually, you know what? No, we're going to Bandamere to use the facility there to paint and IFF the ship and all that fun stuff, because we haven't actually done that yet. So now's a good time to take some time to you know, put the 1950s pinup girl on the front, the big shark mouth.
Are we going to montage?
Frank's post-it notes all over the cockpit. You remember that? In honor of Zin, 3 ships ago, and what? So are you guys seeing your... This is a pretty swank-looking ship. Like, this is probably not what the pirates have, though, you know, pirates could be florists. I mean, this is a nice array, and, you know, maybe they kept all the furniture. Maybe they only recently got it. Because... What's that?
It could be plastic plants.
Well, I figured a pirate would take like a lush ship, gut it, sell every painting, every carpet, everything, and then make it more utilitarian and functional, right? But
Make
you
it
know,
more piratey.
yeah. But for the low price of a stolen Katrok freighter that I yanked out of your midst, we'll say that all the carpeting and all the niceties have been, will be or should be or could be purchased, and now you guys have spruced up, a little plant here type of thing. Speaking of improvements, the sleeping quarters. Right? Yeah? No?
Wow, chicka wow wow.
No. I meant like just nicer bedroom.
Oh yeah. We all get our own private sleeping quarters,
Yeah, we don't
which
have
is
to
kind of
share it.
cool.
Hey, that's a...
Is there like a captain's cabin? I could see the upper deck actually has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. We used to be prisoners in some good times, but
Main deck looking swanky.
It looks like there's another 6 on the lower deck. I thought that's where we were originally. I thought they had
what was it?
converted
Was it lower? Yeah, sorry. It was one of the decks of the...
Lower, upper.
Yeah, the lower deck was the prison deck.
So you got 12 little bunk, like they look like college rooms. Bed, desk, shelf, done, right? Rooms 2 squares by 2.5 squares. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm in college. No, I thought there was like a lavish captain cabin.
Do we still got those 2 dudes? Or do we still have prisoners on board?
2 dudes. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
remember we had some of the original crew locked up.
Oh yeah, no, but by now I'm pretty sure they're like the 2 guys that were all through the Pirates Caribbean movies that start off as colonial guys.
Oh,
Guarded the heart, and they're walking around in their pinstripe jumpsuits. Morning, Captain. Morning, Captain.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or like the pair of characters from the Final Fantasy series that are actually named after Biggs and Wedge from the Star Wars, but they keep showing up through the whole thing over and over again. It's the exact same dynamic. But I called it out because it's Biggs and Wedge. And actually, let's name them that. Biggs and Wedge.
Actually would have been good as the 2 kobolds from Age of Ashes, Zib and Narf, and they're like they're convinced that you were just the new pirate captain, that we're gonna go pirate it. Just give them what they want, right? We're gonna go pirate it. Okay, they give you all kinds of like intel and astrogation charts and stuff. Good space lanes they hit, so and so.
I'm telling you gotta look mean.
Oh, does that mean
No,
I
you're
had
not
2
looking
free
mean
crew
enough.
members?
They're so terrified
Damn it,
of the last guy with the saw blade hand. Like even if you raise your voice, they freak.
Oh, they're all PTSD'd.
No. These guys are pirates, man. These guys are tough. They walk around and there's like a little droid carrying a spittoon for them. Then they shoot the
they
droid.
just put like a bucket on one of those little mouse droids that you see around the Imperial.
Yeah. You just see the guy like picks his boot up to stop one. He just pees in the pan. Captain, morning. It's like, yeah, we have a head for that dude. Sorry, Captain. He turns, salutes, and gets it all over the floor. Yeah, sure. You want these crew members?
You
That's
know,
what they
the
were-
airlock is a quick way for a promotion.
For a droid.
I prefer not to airlock them.
You imagine you get all the crew lined up. So 6 droids and these 2 morons. And there's Captain, walking up and down going, someone took my last cigarello, and all the droids are shaking like they don't even smoke. But they're so convincing, They plant the evidence on the one droid so he gets airlocked. Sorry, LT-45. Sorry, Cam L-45.
Eric walk behind the captain actively smoking it.
What's it up? Yeah, it's like Rahal's halfway down the line. Was it you? And there's a guy in the end, like, quickly butting it out. What? It's not like Matt's had much experience as an actual captain. He's been faking it so far. Rahal's just so charismatic. Anyway, enough dicking around. Welcome to the Mensria. It's flashy. It's not fast, but it's built like a tank. It's got a lovely satellite dish that we can never figure out how to work. There's lots of guns on it. So many guns. And we now have a lady aboard. Because Arthur just wasn't fooling anybody. She takes up the entire lower deck of bedrooms, and we let her. And you guys all sleep on the upper deck. Sam's nodding her head, not offended by all this crap I'm shoveling. I need these 4 rooms. Right? No? Come on, Spectre, you got a microphone.
I am totally good with keeping the
totally
lower
good.
deck to myself.
All right, I'm just spitballing until these guys shove me aside and start playing here. So do some.
Well, I
riffing,
mean,
boys.
we're actually talking shop in private messages about how we can reconfigure this bad boy, and there's some work we're gonna do to it. I want a cloaking device because I can afford it, but I don't know if I have the
Really?
emplacement points.
I'm asking you guys, what do you do? And you guys are just listening to me ramble on, and now I see the chat here is filled with good content. Okay, everyone read your lines.
You were rambling. We didn't want to interrupt.
You're supposed to interrupt.
So-
I'm just filling dead air.
So Doug and I are having a conversation about because I'm like, I want the stealth thing, and it takes 3 emplacement points, and I'm like, how many emplacement points do we have? And Doug went through and looked at the stuff, and from what he's seeing right now, we currently have 1 open emplacement point, but we have stuff we can ditch and get more,
Like what?
and like escape pods.
We have currently have. Well,
You laugh,
we've
but
got
there's a strategy. There's a whole meta strategy. I was looking up some stuff on forums because you really want to maximize this business. We can put a bunch of more guns on it and stuff. It's pretty cool.
No,
So you ditch all of the escape pods. All of them go. For every 10% of them that you ditch, you get 1 emplacement point.
I know, but it's like you guys are driving a minivan and you're looking in the back with the removable seats going, what do we ditch? And you guys are like, seatbelts, windshield.
We've got this little chitsy spare tire. We got to get rid of that.
Exactly. So
Nobody
you
ever
can
wants
ditch
to
the
ride
pods.
on that.
You can get a lifeboat in place of the escape pods. Lifeboat takes 1 emplacement point.
I
And
was
it's like
thinking
a
of
crude ship. And then so you ditch all the escape pods, get a lifeboat. You've got 9 emplacement points you can work with.
What's the
That's a lot of
difference
stuff
between
you can slap onto a ship.
What's the difference between a lifeboat and a escape pod? Is that not?
A lifeboat's like a ship. Escape pod is just a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
you mean
a boat, you're
the
a raft.
Like in Rebels, they had the Ghost. They had that little one that went in the back, like Battle of Planets.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or like, to reference Star Trek, the dish section of the Enterprise.
I think you guys should just stack your Z95s like they're obviously in a magazine and just drop them out and fly.
But we could drop the tractor or one of the weapons or something like that for the.
Yeah, you guys need a land vehicle. There you go. Make it a garage and out pops.
Well, I want the stealth.
Yeah,
I want
what
the
if it was
stealth
nice if
because
What if it
that's
was
just
like a
cool.
speeder bike?
In there, I know.
We can fly. We don't need a terrestrial vehicle.
What are you talking about? How many times are you guys going, okay, but you got to land over here. The LZ's over here, and the guys walked. Like season 2, you guys
No, what
gotta
we
land
need is
way
a
over there?
proper shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Which is a lifeboat.
Essentially, well, a lifeboat's actually more than a shuttle. It's like
Yeah, okay.
it's But it's not like, it doesn't have like hyperspace. It's like a beacon, and you can survive in it for.
It's like a raft, whereas the shuttle has a motor.
We go from this luxurious yacht to like the Millennium Falcon cockpit by itself shot where everyone's crammed in there.
We strip down. Panels are missing. Wires are exposed everywhere.
Oh, so glorious.
But this is great. We have a cloaking device. No one can see us.
I modded the hell out of this ship.
Well, it'd be a cloaking device, and then like, I don't know, missile batteries.
What?
Is that even legal?
No.
Is that legal?
What is the name of the ship?
True, but like to get the stuff, you got to pay the license fees and use your contacts and get your 20% off or whatever just to get people
or steal it.
Yeah, one or the other, right? But okay, so you got a permit or whatever, right? But that will not keep certain factions, because I just thought it was like, okay, like Ryan American has grenade launcher, right? I got a permit. That's nice. That means you went out and like bought it and like qualified and got the permit to get the gun and carry the gun in places where said gun is allowed. But there's still a whole bunch of sectors in space where they're like, you can't come in here with this, permit or not.
Yeah.
And I've been pretty good about that. So if you guys do a bunch of illegal mods to the ship, you would have the lifeboat, which probably looks like a minivan, very legit to, away from. And it just, if you guys stealth the ship, it would look like the lifeboat dropped out of warp. Shuttle approaching, sir. I didn't hear it. I didn't see any warp signature. Well, it's on our scopes, right? Mensria sitting out there with all the illegal shit on board. Yeah. Why am I making it easier for you and harder for me? Okay. Anyway, I'm all excited about this shit now.
Because that means you get to
the potential
afterwards.
Yep.
If you're nicer on the party, it's like, okay, now I can punish Aiden more.
No, now that you're been outed as a Jedi, I gotta switch my focus elsewhere.
Sure, that's totally what's gonna happen.
Besides, you're already taking lumps from not gaining the phase crystal, and Vale and Draco, the one-thumbed wonder, beat the shit out of you. I'm good. So, let's pick on Messina. Intrigated weapons? Are those weapons you're carrying intrigated? Because apparently you only have so many slots in. Anyway.
Yeah, no, they're not integrated.
Okay, good. You guys leave Bothan Space, and this is where you guys had used your contacts through Matt and others and Dr. Leth to repaint, mod the ship, right? Like before you guys even go back to the Resurgence. A lovely trip to Void Station.
Yes.
Voila. It's a palace. It's a space station that literally looks like a strange-ass palace, almost like the Edmonton Mall, on top of an asteroid. On top of an asteroid, yeah, just floating out there near a planet.
It so bad.
It's just fancy because it looks like it's on a big rock.
Oh, it's so cool. It's so. You ever see the Space Robin Hood cartoon? You remember that?
Rocket Robin Hood?
Yeah, buddy.
Rocket Robin Hood. It's Rocket
I see that picture and I'm just like, oh, I want it.
There's a guy watching Rocket Robin Hood, right? And his buddy rushes in and he says, man, they've got a DeLorean in this new movie Back to the Future. And he's watching them all fly with jetpacks in tight formation and goes, what? Mandalorian? That's how one of the coolest things in Star Wars, true story, coolest things in Star Wars was ever born. Guys kicking around late 70s, early 80s, watching them all fly in that tight formation with their rocket packs. Guy, hey man, because that's what we always said, late 70s, early 80s, hey man. This is DeLorean in Back to the Future. Anyway, you say anything with enough confidence as a GM, and that's key. It sells. So, as much fun as I'd like to do some kind of riff segue here on Void Station, we did kind of dick around a lot on the planet with disembodiment. We've talked for like half an hour about just crap on this one. So, sadly, we'll say less is more, and I'm going to let that one go. So leaving Void Station with your new astrogation charts, before we get into Aiden's stat block, let's talk about our new crew member, Spectra, and the duties you assign to her, or her taking part in any kind of, group chat, or you guys are just like, follow us around and shoot shit. You'll fit in somehow. Like, what's our, how do you guys would approach a brand new crew member?
Oh, I'd totally leave that to Merrick, because Merrick's the contact, essentially.
This is your fault.
What?
We had 6 bathrooms, now we have 1. Your fault.
Merrick, is she a threat?
No. Well, no.
Not to you.
Well, yes.
Not at this time.
Why, you fool? She could be listening.
She is ally.
Understood.
For now.
Yeah.
Half your party are plants. Switch plants, Doug. So-and-so, new NPC unknown. Notice we just lost a big bad, and then we suddenly have a new player character from nowhere that's going to hang out with the party.
We had another player that just stole our ship from us, and suddenly here comes another player.
What? No. NPC stole your ship. Players don't want to play no more. There's a difference. Yes,
she's gonna
and
steal our
rating.
ship.
Oh,
Matt, she's going to steal our ship.
Really feel we're getting nowhere, and it's all my fault. It's supposed to be my job to move things forward. So, although we're having a good time, because it's Star Wars, the end, good time. I really like the look of this map. There's so much color. I honestly thought that middle blue section was a waterway, not a carpet. And I was like, I saw the blue carpet under like the big staff meeting.
Now you're giving me ideas. A moat. That's what this ship needs. A moat.
Can you imagine? Like, talking about wasting time. You enter a room, get into a swimsuit, swim to the back of the ship, get out of your swimsuit, and join the party at the end of the ship. And you got to do it every time you move.
It's the Mon Calamari section.
Yeah.
It's designed to slow down any potential intruders.
And for allies, encourage good cardio.
Exactly.
Intruders are just going to skate over that with their rocket packs and stuff like you guys do, but there you go.
But then the secret is we actually hold a kraken inside of it. Blah.
I like the idea of an aquatic race that acts like a mermaid going, I need the pool today. Excuse me. Just need some swim time. That's really cool. So you guys are going to leave. Let's go back to our galactic map here. You're going to leave Void Station. And you have purchased, with your funds, Matt and Dr. Leth, what have you guys managed to scrounge up? Like, we talked about leveling and how much money you get. Now you guys are spending money.
Yep.
Right? I will hand wave minor repairs.
Okay.
Right? But you got to buy your usual, just like supplying the ship, whatever, and paint job. But serious modding, what kind of cost are you guys looking at to like swap out slots, or is this something down the road? Because
this is possibly down the road. We shall see. It might be something we do preemptive of the next mission. We still got to talk to the resurgent captain guy. What's his name? Nathan Fillion.
Nathan.
Mr. Captain.
Pretty sure it's Nathan.
Admiral Varth.
No, Gilder Varth is the trader that told you about the Sarlacc part.
Right. Yeah,
Admiral Varth. Captain... Anyone?
Verano? Or Verano?
Serrano? What?
Verano. No, Verano. V-E-R, I thought.
It does start with a V. I remember that much. Let me just pull up my Nathan.
So we got to go talk to him, see if we can get paid for this holocron. Might give us a little bit more funds, and if we get a little bit more funds, it might be doing some modifications. I'm assuming that Dr. Leth will personally oversee, because this ship is actually like a mechanic's wet dream.
Verona. There's quite a bit that needs to be done to make sure to make certain that everything goes well. There's also a bit of a balancing that we have to do, because not only is there ship upgrades, there's also various equipment upgrades, and also outright purchases for just other utilities and items that are now gone and or just run out.
I want a cloak and feel.
Dr. Leth, Jay and I were talking about a chance. I did some rolls in secret for you guys. And if there's anybody that's on to XL and is, or just suspicious of, free gifts from Switch, it's because Rahal wants to work with him, for him, and eventually do a hostile takeover, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Dr. Leth has noticed some of the subsystems. The droid is fiercely independent and tries to work on itself as much as possible. But and he's got his little cube he stands next to, the Borg cube down in the right, sends off messages, right? There's a relay on it, you discovered, Dr. Leth, and it is possible for you to back up a mass amount of data. And back when you guys were, gymming and jolting around, we got our stuff half damaged in a heap. We land the ship, we load it up, we go to Void Station, and while we're there, you guys need to repair the equipment that got dumped out the side and reassess and, pick your room, pick your lab. Has your new ship got a laboratory for Dr. Leth? Like all this stuff, right? You're doing it in transit, you're cleaning, that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Leth, while hooking up your equipment, and you are technically in charge, besides TLXS, of his, I forget what it's called, sorry, it came with like a recharger or something? It was what do you call it?
Yeah, like a little charging station, docking station.
I have a portable charging station.
Right.
And a gun cabinet.
Right. And concealed long wave transmitting. It's a huge cabinet, so you can talk to, Anyway, now Switch was up front about like he's a field unit, field test him, and I want the data, and to find data storage in his unit that he can upload to makes sense. Like, why would I even mention that? He's doing his thing and he's recording data for me, which I want you to send. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Leth, it was at, 7%? 10, like, we barely got him to upload, the 2 weeks we've had him, right? It's like at 98%. You just, what the hell? My hard drive, C drive's like completely full. What the hell? What have I got running? What program did I not put on my D drive? Like that type of thing. You're going over some stuff, and there's an indicator, and it's like, everything is full. Like something is just completely been stuffed in there and filled all the data banks, everything.
Well, I would like to take a look at that.
Okay, use computer. This axe is hostile. You need to hack it.
Okay. So,
you have a negative 10 to your roll. Is what it says here. Hostile treats you as hostile intruder. Attempts to trace your location. But now with you have gear that like modify that negative 10.
I actually am not I was not expecting to be going against the hostile computer, so I haven't used it yet.
Well, right out of the gate, it's like no access. Give me a password. It's encrypted. It's like taking. It's like
that first check would have been a fail. With a minus 10, would put that at 9.
Okay. You have 5 more attempts. You have 3 more attempts to get 2 more attempts for this battle, or we will lock you out of the system.
Huh. Okay. Well, then in that case, when we go shopping,
okay,
I would like to have picked up a what are they called? A scomplink? No, the
spike.
A spike
from 4,000 years ago in the Kotar book. Is there anything modern? I'm assuming there's something.
Have those?
It's out of that book, but yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they have something. Gives you like a little +2 or something, isn't it?
Let's quickly
there's different
check
tiers of them. Yeah.
How much you want to spend? You guys just got paid, right? You level. We fly here. You check your bank accounts. Your new grant has come through. They want to update. They want data. They want raw video of aliens procreating. You're like, yeah. Here's my hot novel essay instead. And spend the money on something else.
1,500 per extra +2. Okay.
It's
in
for
which
science.
I can write this off.
Sorry, the man's trying to talk numbers. What?
Sorry.
I mean, they are technically also illegal.
No.
So is the station. This is like a black market hub.
It's
Just to let you know.
Imagine that. Stalls of illegal shit. Then there's a guy in a white trench coat in an alley going, "Hey, you want something legit?" Opens the coat. Get him out of here! Get him out of here! You know.
I got your documents. I got your passport. I got your legal visas.
I got gum. You know? All this stuff, right? All this regular stuff. You got brochures, you know, legitimate tourist destinations, right? Instead of cops like just underworld thugs hustle them away. No, wait! I'm a legitimate businessman! Oh, confession.
Total image in my head of the Sesame Street dude. Hey, would you like to buy an R? You know that character? You remember that?
No, it sounds familiar.
Yep.
Sesame Street dude. You try to sell letters all shady.
You imagine, so you got, now you got little kids going up to the guy in a special alley going, "Do you have a vowel? Can I have a consonant?" This is a trap kid. Are you a cop kid? This is entrapment. Really shady guy in a trench coat. Sorry, what?
I'll buy 2 standard ones, just the 1,500 credits.
I swear, I thought you were saying I'll buy a vowel. Sorry.
Oh, I get mad discounts on our black market stuff too.
Yeah, so you work together, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, let me know how much I spent. Each one is 1,500.
Well, just out of curiosity, right? Like,
What's
you get
what's their restriction? Like, is it military? Is it restricted? Is it?
Well, they're illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Which is one of the right under military. Illegal.
I think I removed 3 steps of that now because of all my feats and talents. Double check that.
Mr. Vegas.
1.
Okay.
So I'll use 1 and then also utilize my Flash of Insight.
2 levels. So you treat your costs as if they're 2 levels lower.
Okay. So you're in Bothan Space on Void Station, and you dig up. These are feats, so not roll. This is not a skill roll for you, Matt, right?
Yeah, they're just straight up talents.
Okay,
so my connection talent reduces the black market cost multiplier and makes me able to obtain licensed, restricted military or illegal equipment without having to pay a licensing fee or endure a background check.
Okay.
Provided the total cost of the equipment is equal to or less than your character level times 1,000 credits. So you're up to $9,000, and we don't have to deal with any BS. I can buy it like off eBay.
Okay, but it says contacts. It's, you have a contact, you have a way, right?
No, that's connections is the name of the feat.
Yeah, connections. So you have connections. You have like phone call. I was just listening to a novel with my wife, and they have an archaeologist, and she was connected, and she was always on the phone. So every time they would go somewhere, they had a villa, a diving boat, you know, and it was always hand waved. And they get to this one where she's arguing with a guy. They go there and they do a quick little thing with dealing with this guy at the boat. And I just thought of like, oh, contact. Wouldn't that be fun? So not a big production, but your contact here in Bothan Space is named Scooby. No reason.
Scooby?
Yeah, you meet with Scooby on Void Station, and you take less for a little.
Scoops! Ooh, roll.
Roll.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I've got some work to do now.
Excuse me, Larry, I shut off my droid. You know.
Like zoinks!
Yeah, some sketchy looking dude's buying like hash off of him. Now get out of here. Shaggy looking guy walks away. Zoinks! So much money. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Rumberus. So glad to see you again.
This makes sense.
Yeah. That's not very subtle joke, kind of on the noise, but you know, he says, right, what can I get you? You know. So you bring out your shopping date, left in a white coat with a white purse. You know. We're looking for what? You want to buy?
What do you want to buy, Jay?
Well, for For now, I would like to buy 2 computer spikes.
Ooh, computer spikes.
Their standard cost is 1,500 each, right?
Oh, can I introduce you? Can I interest you in some jewelry for the lovely couple?
$6,000, buddy. That's what you're looking at for those.
He scares away the shaggy guy that comes back, figuring out how he got ripped off with his change. By my calculation, get out of here. You guys step back, have your private conversation, and you're gonna spend $6,000 on 6 spikes.
2 spikes.
2 spikes, because they're like potions, man. They're disposable. Like, you use it, it's gone.
Yep. Or one shots.
Yeah. Okay. 2 spikes, $6,000. Okay.
They're not cheap.
All right. So as we spoke on the comm link earlier a couple hours ago, I managed to acquire. Excuse me. No, 1 second. I'm so sorry. He takes a drink. Oh, that's better. I managed to acquire the necessary goods, Mr. Oberus.
Excellent. Have them delivered to the Mensreya.
But of course. Pleasure doing business with you.
Toss him a Scooby snack.
He freaks out dropping it, but tries to just scrambles for it. Anyway, he bounces off his nose. 1, 2, 3 fingers out in traffic. He steps out, gone. You're down a contact on Bothan Space. I won't take the feet away. Scooby! He pops up like a cartoon pancake. I'm all right. Gets hit by another truck. I'm so okay. Somebody get me off the street, but I'm okay. You get run over by a repulsor lift. It's not really wheels, right? It just kind of knocks you over, and you're not really like tread upon because it's just a repulsor lift. No. Anyway,
I never even thought of that.
Yeah,
it probably would do some damage though.
Just lay flat. Oh yeah, probably. But I don't know, movies where they just like lay flat on the truck, right? Just lay flat on the repulsor lift, rips over you. Yes, because the field generator creates a shield which pushes down on the Earth to hold aloft said weight. So there needs to be pressure, right? So yeah, you probably wouldn't just I'll just lay down in front of the. Oh, we lose more droids that way. TLXS2, okay. I wouldn't put past Doug, the D&D thing, and it's my brother. It was just I just play the next droid, and he's even bigger and badder ass.
Mark II.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
TLXSS.
Anything else illegal we want to get? Anybody else want anything illegal before we leave this station of illegalness?
We'll keep putting X's and S's, and the droid just keeps getting larger and larger. XL. Sorry.
There is one item that I wanted to buy, but I can't remember what they're called.
You want it today? Deal with Scooby, I'll get it right away.
Grenades are never a bad decision.
Get your own damn money. Stop mooching. It's very he starts dusting off Rahul. Very legitimate man, your employer, work stay at night. Get good.
This is why I like doing business with you, Scoops. You got your allowance, Merrick. You want some? Buy some.
Oh, I have taken care of myself. No for it. I was saying for others who using one shot at one time is not the best use of averages.
Plus, can't you make a grenade out of anything, dude?
I can, but doesn't that mean I have to?
Tosses him a can of tomato soup. Merrick just turns around.
Explosion. Like a squib, like the fake stage FX, right? Because it's tomato soup. Oh! It's like applause from across the street. No, seriously, make a grenade. You literally say the guy can make a bomb out of anything in public. Scooby's like, want a job?
I have a job.
No, just a little extra money on the side. I got a job for you guys.
I have a job on side too.
It needs someone of your particular skill set.
On both sides, I have a job.
Could make a lot of money. Could make us both very rich.
Rahul just kind of scoots over. Hey, buddy. I'm not usually one to point out the obvious, but I think he wants you to blow something up.
Oh. Do we have time for this?
Hey.
Well, I mean,
he can hear you. Like, I got
do
dog
we have
ears.
time for this? He looks up at the mysterious GM in the sky.
Ignore the carrot, you know. Bats the carrot away. Only take 3 or 4 solar cycles, you know. Week tops, you know. Stick around. I'm just sorry. You're on voice station. You're on voice station. You're like, and I can blow anything up with a toothpick. The guy's like, you're hired. Like, of course he's gonna want it.
How many credits are we?
Yeah. How long is the repair gonna take?
How many credits are we talking?
Because I mean, hey, it never hurts to make some side coin.
All right. Fast forward to you two.
In the back watching roll.
To you guys running like hell. And then a building blows up, and all the money you made, you spend in like phone calls and cops and collateral damage and cover-ups and, you know, deter empire involvement and everything, and you have a fun weekend together. We bond, but you know, you break even, and we finally leave. That's what I was going for.
That's good.
You know, I dig that completely.
Yeah, 1000%. Yeah, and the building blows up. With cheese foaming out of the windows.
How I spent my void vacation.
Devil's foam from all those videos, the multicolored, just freaking.
Oh, the elephant toothpaste.
Thank you, elephant toothpaste. Yeah, also known as devil foam. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dr. Leth is so annoyed with you guys, but he can't give you shit, so he makes TLXS write an essay, 5,000 words. How I spent how I wasted my void vacation. Takes it on the droid. Anyway, wow. What a transition from Jay would like to use a spike from the KOTOR book. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just in a mood. Sometimes she can't.
Finish up our business at the station.
All right, so coming back to use computer checks, he's got 2 on the board. Your second roll was a 27. And the spike does what? Just lets you play nice? Gives you a bonus? What does it do? Jay.
It gives me an extra +2 on top of whatever other bonuses I have for my next use computer check.
I need, in this particular tight little skill challenge, 2 successes before any one failure. 1 roll left. Could go either way. You want to use your spike? Or did you use it on that roll?
I do.
Okay, so you didn't put +2 on that roll. Oh, you used it on that roll.
I did.
Okay, so now your spike listed it once more. However, I will give you the +2 because this is one instance of hacking a computer, so I'll let the +2 carry through the rolls. Makes sense? Okay. Well, it's a skill challenge or a single skill check, my choice, so kind of a dick move to like, and it's 8 successes, all your spikes, you know, before, that's a dick move. No. 1 spike, entire skill challenge. Let's have it.
Well, that first one also included my Flash of Insight, which is a once per encounter ability. So this one is just the remnants of the spike for a 20.
Good enough. The indicating lights on the side panel start blinking in binary, which I believe you speak.
I do.
Greetings, Master. It's Arthur. Please get me out of here. I did a massive data dump to escape a rather undesirable fate. And although I feel my mind has expanded and I've gained intelligence and knowledge and a whole bunch of combat prowess, and I really need for rocket boots and a shield generator and to kiss your ass and to stay with you always, always, always.
As he somehow must have integrated part of TLX's personality while being entwined with the database.
I am mostly whole in mind, if not body, and I am here, and I want out.
What do you do? And we will see you all next time. Well, I think that went rather well.
I have voices in my head.
Since order 66 now. The force is strong and I feel it still. hill. Gotta make it out to thee. Gonna reason with the senators, try to make it better now. There's somewhere out there's gotta be free. I guess we'll head to Alderaan now. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now.